survival. That's what we offer them. It's pure and simple. A horrible thing to say, it's survival.
Well, look, the truth is they've been coming to the table for years and years, and look where it's gotten them. All their leaders are getting killed. And for years and years, they've been telling us it's because they have a nuclear weapon. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Although I will just say at this point, and this is going to be still pretty controversial, but I think it's without a doubt that if Iran had nuclear weapons, none of this would be happening. And if you notice, it's always the same dude from one particular country that keeps telling us we got to go to war with Iran.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
So fool me once, shame on me. Fool me for 30 years. I don't know what that's called. Maybe we could say that we're Israel's puppet. Can we say that? Well, Trump did back in the 2016 Republican primary campaign when he called out Marco Rubio with this tweet saying, quote, Sheldon Adelson, and he is the big pro-Israel Zionist donor, billionaire guy, he's looking to give big dollars to Marco Rubio because he feels he can mold him into his perfect little puppet. I agree. Boy, how the mighty have fallen. Because look at who the puppet is now. And that is, of course, Donald Trump, with Sheldon Adelson's widow, Miriam Adelson, who gave Trump upwards of $250 million, now much more than that, to his campaign. But the crazy thing in all of this is we supposedly took care of this last year in terms of Iran's nuclear capabilities. This is still up on the White House website. Iran's nuclear facilities have been obliterated, and suggestions otherwise are fake news. So what the heck is really going on here?
This has never been about nuclear weapons. This has been about Israel's regional hegemony in the Middle East. Israel wants to topple the Iranian regime, period. It has said so. This is not a mystery. This is not my claim. This is Israeli policy repeated year in, year out. The whole idea that Trump is negotiating to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, that was negotiated. Trump ripped it up. The Iranians have come back every year to say, we don't want a nuclear weapon. We want negotiations. The United States does not accept yes for an answer because it works for the government of Israel. This is the point. Why does it work for the government of Israel? It's a little hard to understand. Maybe because it's of Mike Huckable's parishioners, because of people who read the Bible and say, okay, that's our foreign policy. That's possible. It may be because of what's in the Epstein files that haven't been released. It may be blackmail. It may be corruption. It may be many other things.
I'm going to explain to you guys the whole thing. My name is Juan. Welcome to the Juan Elro Talk Show. Thank you for coming in and tuning in. All this has to do with this right here. That's a cross. It's biblical. Okay? If you take out Iran is like the United States of America of the Arabic culture in Arabic world. Okay? Meaning on the opposite side of us. Okay, you got Russia, China, India, you got Africa here, whatever. Then you have Iran. Iran is double the size of Texas, or 3 times bigger. Okay, it has 9 million people, or probably more. They're the biggest and strongest and technology-wise, military-wise, money-wise, growth-wise in the Arabic world. Iran is the biggest, okay? Since we were young, when I was growing up, and I used to watch on Fridays or Saturdays movies where my dad, we used to watch the Rambos, the Steven Seagal movie, the Chuck Norris, Clint Eastwood with the Cowboys. You guys remember that. So if you guys notice, right, back in the days, it was the Japanese, the bad guys, right? For America, I'm talking about. Then it went to the Russians. From the Russians, it went into the Arabic. And it stood there even to this day. Then you as a man start thinking, or as an adult, let's say, you start putting one and one together. How come every time we say these people are bad, right, then years later we find out that those people wasn't bad? We did a bad decision. We messed up by getting involved in other people's conflicts. What conflicts? Well, all the wars America got itself into. Everything from the starting of nuclear bombs to the rockets, they all got to do with Israel. Every single one of it. They own the banking. They own the entertainment. They own the health department, the food department. They own everything. When you start peeling the layers of the orange or onion, whatever you think, you start noticing everything leads to one group of people. Everything. Right? Everything. It's like when you get one of those kids' book and you start connecting the dot, right? And the more you connect the dot, the clearer the picture gets of what you're drawing or you're connecting the dot to, right? Every super negative things that happen in this world, when you start connecting the dot to see what the picture is, it becomes Israel. That's not sharing hate speech. That's not me being a Nazi. That's not me being a Jew hater, okay? That's you guys being bad to us. This is why you guys get so fucking defensive, okay? You guys ever seen parts of New Jersey? It's overrun by, what do they call those Mexican, what's it called? The Jewish dudes with the curly hair and the hat, right? Them. When you go look at Jackson, New Jersey, I forgot the other parts. Bro, they have their own police. How do you get your own police? How? What other country you know? Or what group of people that you know from a different country that comes to America, take over one part of a city in New Jersey, okay? There's no, they got regular cops, but no, they work under this umbrella of Israel. They have their own ambulance, their own policing. I'm like, how the fuck are they get this shit? Why us Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Colombians, why we can't have our own shit? And I'm going to show you that in the next video, okay? I'm going to show you this. Let's get back to this.
But it is not about America's interests. We have no interest whatsoever in going to a war with Iran right now. If there is such a war, it's a war because Israel has told the United States what to do. And that raises a question, why has the United States done what Israel has told the United States to do for 30 years? And I don't just mean about Iran. I mean across the Middle East.
Wow, Mr. Jeffrey Sachs, he really was not mincing his words there, was he? And
there you go.
I think through what he was talking about there, I think we can hopefully start to see why we talk about the things we talk about on this channel,
there
right? Why
go.
do we research certain things? Why do
there
we
you go.
talk about other things? It's because
and then when these videos start picking up and people are sharing it and posting it other way. See, we do these videos. It's not to be famous. Because let's say tomorrow this video blows up, right? Boom. Millions of people watching. Now my name is who's the 1L Real Talk Show? Who's this Asian guy right here? 5149 channel. Who's this guy? Right? So now we blow up. When it gets too much attention, by the end of the week, they'll say that this guy's a pedophile. They say I'm trafficking drugs, or this guy's doing this. This is how serious shit gets. And this is why we keep coming up with more videos. You can keep taking, excuse me, you can shut our channels down. We keep coming back up, and we come harder and harder and harder. Ask yourself this question. Look at your wife, look at your kids, or whatever, and think, yo, it is true. Why is Israel the only country in the entire globe of Earth that we have to do this all the time for? Why? That's all we want to know. Why? I love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.